Hello there, it's Coach Sammy 33. The block four poll results are up. So let's take a look. In the coaches poll, you've got Jiggy and Texas at number one, Ole Miss and Oregon flip flop 2 and 3 compared to the media poll. Clemson at four. Then we got a mix of stuff going on after that. LSU is at five in the coaches, six in the media. Georgia seven in the coaches, five in the media. You've got Alabama, you've got Mizzou mixed in there. Colorado, and Utah. That rounds out your top 10. So same teams, just in different order. Going to 11 through 20. Texas Tech sitting there at 11. Washington State, 12 in the coaches, 15 in media. Kind of the same teams, similar thing. Florida, Notre Dame, Tennessee. So the same five teams, just in different orders. 16 through 20. Some mirroring here, kind of like this. Makes it really easy. Northwestern, Central Michigan, USC, Miami, NC State. And then for the final five, four are the same. South Florida, Louisville, Tulane, and Cincinnati. And then a different spot for 25. Florida Atlantic in the coaches, North Carolina in the media. Florida Atlantic is 26 in the media. North Carolina 26 in the coaches, so those flip flop there. Texas A&M coming in both at 27. So that's what you got. Got some other teams that are receiving votes. You got Penn State here at 49, Old Dominion 77, getting a little bit closer. Haven't looked at this yet, but right now, the Week 10 Massey. So this is gonna look interesting because there's always it's always being updated. So this is live, based off of recent games played. You've got Ole Miss, number one, Georgia, number two. Really, let's be honest, it's just a lot of SEC teams. The first five spots are SEC. You've got Tennessee at six, Central Michigan at 11. So really cool to see a group of five team up that high. The highest one for sure. Going down, the next one is going to be Florida Atlantic at 21. Want to make sure I'm not missing it. South Florida at 23, Tulane 16. So got a group of teams in the top 25 and a group of five. Love to see it. Now, I suspect once we get into conference play, some of those teams may drop a little bit because of the conferences, just power conference versus group of five. We'll have to see though, especially with the AAC. You have a couple of teams that are up there in the top 25. So once they play each other, losing will drop you, but it helps out your opponent. I have to see. Florida State, because obviously I'm a Florida State coach. I want to look and see where I'm at. I'm at 27. That's pretty cool. Strength of schedule, always fun to look at. The toughest and the worst. Got Ball State at 19.45. Then you got a bunch of SEC teams. No surprise there. You got Cal up there in the sixth spot. Kind of curious where I'm at. Just like to see. I haven't really looked. I'm at 46. That's probably going to change by the time I get to the end of the season. We can look into why here in just a sec. We'll jump to the team sheet here. Would love to look at my coach poll, but what's the point? I forgot to vote. So good thing I do recaps. So I'll need those points back for sure. So looking at what we have here, we're 6-2. You can probably see there's a couple of games that got played. I'll have to update those with the recap video soon. Just trying to get back in the swing of things, go back to work here shortly. So trying to kind of schedule my YouTube stuff again. But the Duke and North Carolina games will be revisited shortly. Trust me. Strength of schedule right now, 6. We just saw that. The offensive power, 30. Defense, 50. Total opponent record is above 500 at 55%. Teams played, 56. Average Massey 52 for the entire schedule. Obviously going up is you're gonna factor in who's left. Florida, Notre Dame, Miami. Ooh, all Q1 teams. We'll have to see what happens there. Quad 1 games, 2-1. You've got a win against Boston College, a loss to Clemson, a win against North Carolina. Q2, 2-0. That will be SMU and Boise State. Q3, a loss. That is going to be Georgia Tech. And then a top 50, Massey, 3-0. Ranked 0-1, Clemson, 6-1 against the rest, 5-2, 2 conference losses, and then a 1 win against Group of 5 team. So I have one Group of 5 opponent left, UMass. Home field advantage, not very. The games in Florida State are quite entertaining for, at least for people watching. Maybe not as much entertaining for me. They're not easy for sure. Doesn't feel like much of a home field advantage. I know there is, but just not reflected in the score. Points for, pretty much everything with us has been a one-score game for the most part. In a way, 4-1 average home field 67, but Florida is looming. That will not be easy. The good thing for us is, I'll get into a block recap, but we have 4 games left, and 3 of them are at home. The big one, 2 are at home. Miami and Notre Dame. That Florida one's going to be really tough. I already know that. I mean, the end of the schedule is quite brutal, to be honest. UMass is on the road, and have to see how we do. So opponent win percentage, you can see, of course, said the back half of the schedule is really tough. You see how high people are up there. The Massey, Notre Dame sitting at 6 right now, Florida at 20. We'll have to see how they go through SEC play. Miami, not going to fluctuate too much because it's this block offense. Florida's at 42, but 9, 16, and 39. Defense 34, 4, 19. Fun stuff. So I guess we'll see how we finish up. But coming up, at least for my NDL videos, we'll focus on the recaps. Get that Duke game recap. Get the North Carolina game recap.